price fixing is a serious crime, Doc. You can go to jail for that. And I want to be sure I understand your testimony. Who are you accusing of price fixing?
Yeah, look, what my testimony clearly states
No,
is that...
tell me which companies you're accusing of price fixing. You said some were price fixing, and I want to know which ones.
Yeah, I mean, look...
I may report them myself.
The company that's absolutely under investigation by the DOJ
Which ones
is
are price fixing?
I think the Federal Trade Commission and the Department of Justice should take a close look at the 4 major grocers. They should take a close look at the 4 major meat packers. There are currently there's pending litigation.
Which companies are price fixing?
Welcome back to Hot News Today, the only channel that tells you exactly what the mainstream want. And wow, this hearing we're about to react to? Absolutely wild. Senator John Kennedy walks into this room armed with nothing but common sense, straight talk, and a deep respect for the truth. And what follows is one of the most brutal masterclasses in holding so-called experts accountable. You're about to see Senator Kennedy press a witness who throws around accusations like confetti, but suddenly can't name a single company they're supposedly accusing of price fixing. Price fixing is a felony. People go to jail for that. Yet this witness dances around the question like they're scared of the truth. Kennedy isn't having it. They cut through the nonsense, demand clarity, and remind everyone in that room that words have consequences. It's refreshing, it's bold, and honestly, it's exactly the kind of leadership America needs more of. And trust me, once you watch this, your jaw is going to be on the floor. Before we roll the clip, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because here on Hot News Today, we don't let political theater slide by without calling it what it is. All right, let's get into the video.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Interesting questions. Mr. Maxwell, you're a farmer, is that right?
Yes, Senator.
Excuse me. You used to be a farmer, or you still are?
Yes, Senator, I grew up on a farm. I'm 4th generation Missouri farmer. My brother does most of the farming. I do this activity more. I do have degrees in ag economics and a law degree, but I still actively farm. I've got over 100 ewes on the farm. We have hogs production. We're kind of the diversified, traditional family farm type operation. Lease out some of the land to the neighbor boy.
Yeah, well, America was born on a farm, so thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you, Senator.
Dr. Owens, you talked about in order to commit a crime, you have to have means, motive, and opportunity. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you have suggested that it's not an optimal situation to have, well, strike that. Let me just get after it here. What crime are you accusing the 4 major food companies of?
Price gouging, sir.
Okay. You think they're price fixing?
In some cases, absolutely.
Okay. Name the 4 companies that you are accusing of price fixing.
In the grocery sector or more broadly?
The 4 you've been talking about.
I mean, so I think...
name me every company that you think is price fixing in violation of the antitrust laws.
Yeah, I mean, so the most recent example that I think is worth considering is Agrostat.
Yes, ma'am, but if you don't mind, we'll come back and do the examples. Name me the companies that you're accusing of price fixing.
Well, the first one is Agrostats, which the Department of Justice has sued for price fixing.
Who else?
You know, in the grocery sector, we've got Walmart, we've got Kroger.
Walmart is price fixing.
No, I haven't accused them of price fixing. What I've said is that they're able to expand their markup.
Let me start over here. I want you price fixing is a serious crime, Doc. You can go to jail for that. And I want to be sure I understand your testimony. Who are you accusing of price fixing?
Yeah, look, what my testimony clearly states
is that... tell me which companies you're accusing of price fixing. You said some were price fixing, and I want to know which ones.
Yeah, I mean, look...
I may report them myself.
The company that's absolutely under investigation by the DOJ
Which
is
ones are
Accusations.
price fixing?
I think the Federal Trade Commission and the Department of Justice should take a close look at the 4 major grocers. They should take a close look at the 4 major meat packers.
If
There
you
are
just
currently
answer my question,
there's
which
pending
companies-
litigation.
Which companies are price fixing?
Tyson is a great example. Tyson, the large meat packer.
Okay, who else?
The big
Who else?
4 meat packers are all
Who else? That's
currently
one.
under.
Who else?
Like I said, I think looking at the 4 major grocers makes sense in
Which
this setting.
which 4 are price fixing?
Walmart, Albertsons,
Walmart's price
Kroger.
fixing. Wait, let me-
I didn't say they were. I said taking a
You
look.
just said they were. You can't come here and say and imply they're price fixing and then say they're price fixing. That's a serious allegation. You can be sued for defamation.
I said we should take a close look
Now,
at the
let me
companies
go
who
back.
are-
I want to be sure I understand your testimony. Are you telling me right here today that you're accusing Walmart of price fixing?
I'm not personally accusing Walmart of price fixing. I am suggesting
Who are
that
you accusing of price fixing? That's a serious charge.
neither my written testimony nor my oral testimony makes explicit legal claims.
So you're not accusing anybody of price fixing.
No, I have pointed out that the Department of Justice is currently looking
Who
at
are
price
you
fixing
accusing
by
of price
Accusations.
fixing? Why won't you answer my question? Who are you accusing of price fixing?
I'm pretty sure I have answered your question.
No, you
Senator.
haven't. Just tell me the names of the companies, one by one. What's the first company that you're accusing of price fixing?
I've mentioned Agristats is currently
Agra,
investigating-
what?
Agristats.
All right, who's number 2?
I said Tyson's is currently under
Tyson's
investigation for
is
price
price
fixing.
fixing.
Yeah.
Who's number 3?
I've also said that I think the Department of Justice and the FTC should take a close look at
Who's
the
number 3?
major grocery
Who's number 3?
retailers.
Is Walmart price fixing?
I think that they should take a look at the
Is
extent to
Walmart
which-
price fixing?
They should take a look at it.
Is Walmart price fixing?
I can't currently answer that question. I said that the
You
Department
won't
of
answer
Justice.
that question.
No, I
How
said
about
that
Albertsons? Is Albertsons price fixing?
the Department of Justice and the Federal Trade Commission
Is Albertsons price fixing?
should take a close look at that.
Is Albertsons price fixing?
Again, I think the Department of Justice should take a close look.
You don't want to say.
No,
Now,
I mean, look, I'm not at the FTC. I'm not at the DOJ.
yes,
It's not-
ma'am, but you've
it's my
accused
job
these
to
companies of breaking the law, and I think that you ought to have the courage to say in front of God and country what you believe. Now, you either do or you don't.
Look, I believe that when companies get larger and larger,
I understand
and
what
larger,
you believe,
it
but I
becomes easier and
understand
easier
you're
and
waffling
easier to
like a
coordinate.
bank catfish. Okay,
It's easy to coordinate price hikes
Dr.
when you're
Antoni,
large and there are
Dr.
fewer
Antoni,
companies.
I think it's been well established that if we discovered life on Mars tomorrow, Joe Biden would send it money. To what extent has his deficit spending contributed to inflation? And do you know of any of these companies? Would you care to accuse someone of a crime here today? And if anybody else would, just let me know. If somebody is price fixing, I want to know. I'll report them myself. And I'm going to want to see your evidence. Otherwise, you subject yourself to defamation. But let me go back to my original question. What was it, Mars? Was it Mars or Jupiter? I forgot. Is the amount of money that President Biden has insisted on spending contributed to inflation? Duh. What's your answer to that?
Well, Senator, regarding the price fixing, I have no evidence because there is no evidence of that, so I can't provide that to you. But to answer the hypothetical on Mars, absolutely that would add to inflation. And yes, the deficit spending under this president, but really under any president, it doesn't matter that it's Joe Biden in particular in the White House doing it. Any person who did, if any person did what he did, it would have the exact same effect, which is this massive run up in prices. Because again, it's not that things are more valuable, it's that the dollar is worth less. So it takes more dollars to buy exactly what you used to. And if you look at, again, the Biden administration's own data, these aren't my figures, these are figures from the Biden administration. They show that prices paid by businesses and prices paid by consumers have gone up almost exactly the same, about 19% during his tenure. And so this idea that somehow the prices that consumers, that you, that all of the people that you represent are paying are somehow the cause of anything other than costs simply being passed on to them, the data simply don't support that.
Okay. How about you, Doc?
Excuse me. No evidence. No, I'm not accusing anyone of price fixing.
Are you a lawyer by chance?
I'm sorry?
Are you a lawyer by chance?
Oh, no, I'm not. Just an economist.
Okay. What happens if you accuse somebody of price fixing and they didn't do it?
I probably don't want to be that person.
You got good insurance?
Yeah. No, I'm not. Not doing that.
Okay. Go ahead.
As far as the fiscal stimulus stuff, that's a standard economic model, and you can go back and look. Multiple people, Olivier Blanchard is one. Some of the upper bound estimates on how big the shortfall in demand was after COVID and the shutdowns. So like one of the largest upper bound estimates that I've seen is about $680 billion, just the COVID package of 1.9 trillion. That's already almost 3 times the size of that. So that's...
Okay, I warned you. It was going to get heated. And honestly, Senator John Kennedy just did what 90% of lawmakers don't. They demanded a straight answer. From the moment the questioning started, you could see the problem. The witness wanted to imply price fixing, suggest it, hint at it, throw shadows around major companies. But the second Kennedy asked, name the companies you're accusing, suddenly everything got vague, everything got conditional, everything turned into, well, they should look into it, and I never said that, and I'm not personally accusing. Come on, if you're going to accuse someone of a federal crime, say it. Stand on it. Or don't open your mouth in the first place. Kennedy knows exactly how serious the allegation is. Price fixing isn't a talking point. It's a charge that could ruin lives and businesses. And what Kennedy does brilliantly is expose the difference between real evidence and political theater. They kept asking, who are you accusing? Name them one by one. Is Walmart price fixing? Yes or no? Is Albertsons price fixing? Yes or no? And instead of answers, what did we get? Dodge after dodge after dodge. The moment Kennedy said, you're waving like a catfish, that wasn't just humor. That was a polite way of saying, you're avoiding the truth. Then look at the contrast with the next witness. They flat out said, I have no evidence. I'm not accusing anyone, and I don't want to be that person. That is honesty. That is integrity. And then Kennedy brought it home by exposing the elephant in the room, inflation. Massive deficit spending, regardless of administration, will push prices up. That's basic economics. The witness explained it clearly. The dollar becomes weaker, so everything costs more. It's not corporate greed. It's not shadowy conspiracies. It's policy decisions. And Kennedy gave them the space to admit it. This is what makes Kennedy stand out. They're not yelling for show. They're cutting through nonsense, demanding accountability, and refusing to let politically convenient accusations go unchallenged. This wasn't grandstanding. This was real oversight. Honestly, more senators should take notes. If you appreciated Kennedy's performance, or if you just appreciate clarity over chaos, make sure you smash that like button. And tell me in the comments, do you think major companies are price fixing? Or do you think politicians use those accusations to distract from inflation caused by their own policies? I'll be reading through the comments, so let's talk about it. This is Hot News Today, where we keep it real, keep it bold, and keep it honest. See you in the next one.